Hello and good morning. Welcome to Gagrul.net. I'm your host, Wally Sarkisian. Today we have a very talented woman. Her name is Rose Grigorian. 10 years ago, she came to the United States, built her life from ground up. And now she is a candidate for Los Angeles City Council District 6. So we are broadcasting this live on Facebook and YouTube. Rosa Grigorian, we warmly welcome you.
Thank you and good morning, Wally. Thank you again so much for having me. And also, I see my logo on one of your screens. Thank you for being so professional because a lot of anchors and reporters, when they're talking to me, they're asking me for some information or logo or material to send to them, but you have it ready. So professional. I'm so happy to be with you this morning.
So do we. We are very happy, really. So let's dig into it. So you were born in Armenia, correct?
Yes, I was.
Which town, city?
I'm from Artashat. It's not the capital, Yerevan. A lot of people know Yerevan, especially non-Armenians, but I'm from Ararat region in city of Artashat.
Good job. So you, in Armenia, people have, because they're born there, their parents born there, they have not only mother, father, and brother and sister, but they have Kerkanik, Khanami, all that stuff. So you left all that and you packed your bag. You said, "I'm going to the United States." Correct?
Actually, yes, it's correct. That was a very interesting incident how I came to the USA. I won green card, permanent residence card to live here. Actually, I was a lecturer at Yerevan State University, and I have a student who asked me once to fill in the form, fill in the application, online application for his family to have the opportunity to win the green card, which I did, and then a lot of more people asked me to do that. So I fill in application for, I would say at least 100 people. And somebody just told me, okay, you fill in one application for yourself as well. I go, really? But then I changed my mind and yes, okay, let me do one for me. And that was back in 2011. And I didn't check my status for 2 years. And here we go. The same student comes to my house to have a coffee because we were close with families. And I'm checking his family's application. And as I said, the hundreds that I filled up didn't win the green lottery. And he goes, Miss Gregorian, please check your application as well. I was like, I don't feel like, because, hundreds of people have not won. Why should I? He insisted, I would say, like, honestly, I don't exaggerate. He insisted, he told me for so I was losing the opportunity. Then I was really quick. I was going to go to London to Queen's University for just a professional training. I took the package of documents from the British Embassy that just opened in Yerevan and took the package to the US Embassy, and that's how I came here and started my journey in the USA.
Wow, that's amazing. So when you came to USA, you saying like you didn't have no friends, no family, nobody. So who helped you in the Armenian community helped you? Or?
Actually, I knew a girl who I helped with her documentation to come here. I translated stuff for her. I found her, I called her, I asked her to meet me. And then a couple of days I stayed with me, and then I moved away, living with another girl. So that's how it came. Nobody helped me actually. I do remember me 10 years, I would say 10 and a half years ago, like knocking at the doors, especially in downtown area and asking for job. It was the fourth day that I was in the USA. As I said, I didn't have anybody, but through Map, I was able to go to Pasadena to ask for a job. And I was refused for at least 100 times.
Wow.
But yeah, insistently looking for the job, I was able to find one at a local in downtown area at a bridal store, and my job was just carrying the bridal gowns from the first floor to the second to the fitting rooms. That's how I started here.
Wow. That's very interesting, you know. So you were saying you worked for some Armenian media. Were you a journalist worked there, or you just like helping them?
Yep. After the bridal store, I worked at a big retailer at Costco, and then I got a call from a woman um, who read my posts that were very literal and professional in Armenian. That was from US Armenia TV. They were looking for a journalist. That's how she found me, and she wrote me, and my TV journey started. I worked a couple of months at US Armenia as a journalist, as a reporter. Then I moved to the ART in Shant, where I stayed for 7 years, and that's
Wow.
where my major impact on the community happened.
So what were you doing there?
I was a reporter journalist.
Oh, okay.
My job was reporting on the daily activities that were going on in the community, and this doesn't refer just to Armenian community. I reported on everything that happened here, politically, socially. I would say also we touched art or artistic events in a sense, but majorly my focus was on political and social issues. And then at ARTN, working 2 years, 3 years, I would say later, I was not only a reporter, but also a news anchor who was reading the stuff. I was creating, I would say I was curating the content. I was getting in touch with the people. Basically, I was the one who did the job for 3, 4 people because the content was mine, and I was writing, I was reading, I was editing, I was my own editor. Yeah, and also at ART and Shand, I had the opportunity to interview elected officials at all levels, at city level, at state level, at federal level, which gave me a profound understanding of the community from both sides, from elected official sides and from the community sides. And at the attention, I had a very good opportunity to work with, I would say, Los Angeles County Mental Health Department. This was a very long collaboration that gave me opportunity to create programs for Armenian community to let them know what mental health is, what kind of services are available, and why they are so necessary to get.
Were you doing it in Armenian or both English and Armenian?
Both English and Armenian. The stuff we were getting in English because very often we had specialists who didn't speak Armenian, even though they were Armenian, and we had to kind of accommodate between the languages. So do with the interviews. Let's say I was interviewing Congressman Adam Schiff or Bob Menendez. Of course, they are not Armenian. They don't know Armenian. So the interview, especially with the police officers, firefighters, was in English. And at the same time, right, on the spot, I was translating in Armenian for our Armenian community.
Wow, that's amazing. Amazing accomplishment. And so, what got into you to run? But you said after that you started your own business, something?
Yes, at the same time, when I was working at ARTN, I started my own company. Shark Digital, because for many years I have been dreaming for opening my own business, because I have a very, I would say, streamlined business thinking. I'm a business person in real, and during the last 3, 4 years, I worked completely free for television networks, and that was help for my community, especially during the coronavirus hard times. I saw that there is a lack of being informed. There was a lack of information. A lot of assistance programs were coming in the community that were not advertised properly, so that community members can learn how they can get the assistance that was much needed. I tried to fill the gap myself by teaching people on local laws, on local assistance programs, helping businesses to survive, because a lot of people didn't even know what is SBA, Small Business Administration. A lot of people didn't know what is EDD, Employment Development Department, how they can help people, how they can find the help that is provided through federal government and through the state, because a lot of people, lost their jobs during the coronavirus and they had literally nothing to live on. And the EDD was the main body that provided enough funding for people to live on until they were open to wait for the businesses to open their doors again and to get the salaries to maintain their families.
Wow. Well, accomplishment in 10 years. This is amazing, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really. So, what make you to jump into politics? Running for city council, that's politics, right?
Right, right, right. Thank you for the question. So my profound experience in journalism, knowing the community, and also my business relations, because I do marketing, and at the same time I work with um, big and small investors, gave me the, I would say, base of the skills that made me confident that I can do a lot of things for the community at large on higher levels. Um, that was the purpose. And the community where I live in, the sixth district, it's so underheard in the city hall. I'm driving down the like San Fernando Road in Van Nuys. I'm driving a lot of places there in the sixth district, and I see literally broken streets. Like a couple of days ago, I was about to break my car. They were so like badly damaged holes in the streets. And I thought, okay, for years I have been working free. A couple of hours from my life I dedicated to the community. Why don't take the chance and do something really good profoundly for the community? Because I feel like somebody who will be representing the district would not take this as a position, as a just like job to do. They have to put their heart, their spirit, their experience, their brains to bring the real change, because a lot of things have to be done in my district.
So, what area cover your district? Any like cities, name or stuff?
Yes, it's quite big. It covers part of North Hollywood, part of Van Nuys, Sound Valley, North Hills, Pacoima, Arleta, Lake Balboa, and the whole Panorama City. So it's a very big area where, as I said, a lot of things have to be done, starting from homelessness, ending with job opportunities, and why not cultural investments.
So, who is your competitor?
Um, so the range is diverse. As diverse Los Angeles itself is, and I love the diversity of the city. So we are 7 candidates. Each of them have their agenda, their unique agenda. And the only Armenian is me, but I don't consider now myself to be just Armenian. I'm Armenian American who has her certain plans. So what differs me um, from other candidate is that um, I have my specific steps to fulfill. Um, Even though they were born here, I mean, the majority of them, not all of them, were born in the district, but I got my portion from the community with, I would say, with the sweat. I earned it because I was without family, without the support system that everybody else had here. I was the one who started from the ground and got so much from the community. And this is, I feel, the very right time to give it back.
Wow. So that's what you're trying to do, giving it back to the community. And so how do this position become available? Is that somebody resign, or this is normal routine election?
Um, so this was Nuri Martinez's seat. She has resigned after the racist tapes that
Oh,
shook the district and unfortunately eroded the trust. The trust was already eroded. The trust was already like gone between the community and the elected officials. But this was, I would say, heartbreaking incident in the life of the community that really broke the bones of that trust. Why I'm so confident, why I'm choosing, like, I would say, very harsh words, because I myself, I'm doing canvassing, I'm knocking hundreds of doors daily, I'm talking to the people, and a lot of them, I would say the majority of them, doesn't believe that somebody sitting there in the city hall will be able to change anything in the community's life because they don't want even to participate in the elections. They are confident that the person who will be there will do nothing for the community or the very tiny things that will not bring the change. I'm not a political insider. I have never been part of the community. First thing that they're asking me, are you Democrat or Republican? Um, I tell them I am pro community member who is trying to do many things, regardless of being Republican, regardless of democratic views. We need somebody who will be out from that system, from the way of thinking that was rooted in the community before, and will bring the new things, the fresh ideas, the will and the heart to bring the change, as I said.
but in politics, there are always some leaning, left leaning, right leaning, stuff like that. So you're trying to be in the middle, sort of.
Not in the middle. I would not say in the middle because I have my setup things, but taking steps that will favor the community regardless of anything is very, very, very important. A lot of people, I mean, in a sense, it's a political machine, and there are people who are moving the wheels. There are people right now among the candidates who, in a sense, will represent the machine and will continue the already set up manners, unfortunately.
Yeah.
As I said, if people do the um, right choice, if they give their voice to somebody who is not continuing what has already been rooted in the community, who will give their choice to the person who is really willing to work for the community, that is only when they can bring the change. So my motto is, together, let's bring the change, but I will be able to bring the change with the help of the voters, with the help of the people, with their vote.
Incredible. So where do you live? Like I don't know. You don't have to say it, but like which area, like in city or?
It is so interesting. I live right on the edge of the district. So the street that is looking me ahead is already the second district. Right on the edge of the sixth district that is part of the North Hollywood on Satico Street.
What is the population in that District 6 district? How many people live there? Do you know? Or
Yes. So after the rezoning, they counted that approximately 260,000 people should be living in the area, but among those, only 116,000 people are registered voters, so that they can vote. So I can also present the demographics of the registered voters because we have, all the information just to make our campaign going. 32% of the voting population are Spanish speaking or Latino, and the vast majority, 41%, are non-Latino, non-African American, and non-Asian group. Among them, Armenians. We have approximately 9,000 Armenians living in the district, but right now we are also actively engaging people in the voting process by registering them because a lot of Armenians who moved there and a lot of non-Armenians who moved there um, are registered to vote, but they are not registered on the same address from the sixth district. So we are actively engaging people to get their ballots, which is so necessary. That is their right and their responsibility as citizens to take part and to give their voice.
so if you got elected, you would be sitting in Los Angeles City Council, like where Paul Krikorian is, or is that different area you have to be?
Well, yes, the main meetings are held at the city hall. Yes, I'll be sitting around Paul Krikorian and all the number of the seats there are 15 right now. Um, and there are also field offices where you can be, where you have to be, from where you have to operate as well. Just to be in touch with the community, to meet them, to listen to their local concerns, issues, questions, answer the questions. So there are a couple of field offices as well. But the main meetings, yes, the main meetings that will refer to the city, that will be held in the city hall. At the end of the day, being a city council member, you don't have jurisdiction just on the sixth district. You are responsible for the Los Angeles city as a whole, which is huge, with 58 neighborhoods all in all in the city. But you are responsible for allocating funds within your district. So basically, you are making major and basic decisions for the city by voting, which is doing the city council, 15 members of the city council, and you're getting the funds for your district, and you are responsible for your own district within the boundaries, like building, I don't know, living spaces or changing living spaces, getting business permits, um, parking, infrastructure, or giving I don't know, ordinances, local ordinances, those are under the jurisdiction of the council
So,
member.
so what is the different, like, you have Paul Krikorian is the president of the council, and then you have a mayor. How these positions are worked out?
So yes, we have the mayor and we have the city council, just like we have a president and we have House of Representatives of the Senate. So because Los Angeles is so big, it's divided into districts. As I said, there are 15 districts within the LA city. Each of them has their representative who will be responsible for inner issues to represent the people better. And we have the mayor. So council is the legislative body of the city. And the mayor is the executive body of the city. So basically, members of the council make decisions to set up ordinances, to give them the right to be executed, and the mayor is the person who verifies the decision of the council, and mayor also has the right to veto, of course, the decisions of the council, but the main legislative body who proposes ordinances and also gives okay to the ordinances to let it go is the council. So 15 members, and the Paul Krikorian is the council member for the second district, which is a neighboring district of the district I'm running for right now. And at the same time, he's the president of the city council. So basically, there are 15 city council members and the president, and there is a mayor who verifies the decisions of the district.
I'm so impressed with your knowledge, how in short period you know all this stuff. I bet there are people living in this country for ages. They don't know as much as you do. So I'm very impressed, and I wish you could make it through this because you really have all qualification. It's beside whether you're Armenian or wherever you are, you're just a very qualified person. And so I don't want to make this one too long because shorter people watch shorter things than long one. So we have like a couple of minutes left. So go ahead and whatever you want to say, message to your in District 6 or other places to help you.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, Wally. I'm very impressed to know you and to be your guest today. I just want to say to the people living in the district, everybody is waiting for major changes within the community, but everybody has to understand that each of us have their portion of investment in the community to make our neighborhoods and at the end of the day, the city and the country more wonderful place to call home for all of us. So each of us can do a very tiny things. It doesn't matter. I myself being an immigrant woman, I myself being all alone in this country and sometimes walking through financial difficulties, I was able to dedicate a couple of hours from my day to serve my community voluntarily. Each of us, especially the youth, we have to educate them. We have to teach them to take the path of participation because like all the answers and all the issues, all the problems, solution is the engagement and transparency and accountability. And only through engagement we can get that transparency and the accountability that the community members are looking for, rebuilding and rerouting, I would say, the trust that is much needed. A person that will be going there should not take this as a position, should not go there for their paycheck or a title or to represent special groups' interests. They have to put their heart in there to bring the change. I would just encourage people to get to know my political platform, which is roseforla.com. That is on my website. And they are more than welcome to give me a call to ask questions. My campaign phone number is 747-314-5690. And my campaign office is right there on Van Nuys, close to the Jones supermarket.
Wow, great job. We just put there you could see like your phone number and where they could send you email information, and also you were involved in lots of public stuff doing. So we put everything in there, and I honestly wish you all the best. I hope you make it because you have really truly all the qualification, and so people who wants to contact you, there is the phone number there, 747-314-5690, and also your email, and they can't find anyone better than you, so that would be great. And so please take care. I wish you all the best. And to our viewer people, hey, if you happen to be in that area, and go see her, find out about her. And so that's how we wanted to find out. She's a very intelligent woman, and in short time she built her reputation, and hopefully she could make it. We'll have Armenian, and then maybe from there she could push to Congress. Who knows where the sky is the limit. All right. So thank you again for coming. Thanks for your time, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Wally. That was a pleasure.